I don't think people know what settler colonialism looks like. Let me show you. This is a picture of Hebron, Palestine, or Khalil, Palestine. This was once the center of a thriving city. You can see here, there's a fence that extends all the way through. Settlers have come in, taken over the tops of Palestinian businesses, homes, and buildings, put up this fence, throw trash, hot water, and sewage on top of Palestinians trying to access and live their daily lives. This is state sanctioned. Let me show you. What do I mean by state sanctioned? The IDF literally sits on tops of these buildings and protects these settlers. We were visiting a building next door. There's a IDF soldier with an AK-47 watching us as we got this tour to see how bad the situation has gotten. And you can see that they have set up posts, and these are all over the city, all over the place, and they actually protect this illegal activity. This is a water tank from a Palestinian home in Khalil. And as you can see, there are bullet holes all throughout here. Okay? And these bullet holes have been put in by, you guessed it, Israeli settlers. Why? Because they're trying to dissuade Palestinians from living in their homes. And if they can shoot out their water supply, if they can make their lives so miserable, then they will, presumably, they're assuming that Palestinians would leave. This is a cemetery, a Palestinian cemetery. And as you can see, there's a fence that they've built all around it, a wall. You see? It's surrounded by settlers. It's completely surrounded by settlers now, and Palestinians have no access to mourn their dead. This wonderful Palestinian family welcomed us into their home so that we could see firsthand. This is from the inside of their stairwell, what it looks like. When going up the steps, this is what it looks like. What was once a beautiful courtyard with the sky and sun shining in is now obstructed by a fence, barbed wire, and trash. And this is just a daily occurrence, going through checkpoint after checkpoint after checkpoint just to move around. This is the checkpoint that you have to go through in order to go into a mosque, Masjid al-Ibrahimi in Khalil. So this is what we're up against. We are up against a colonial power that is actually not only taking over Palestinian homes, they've taken over our land. They've built massive settlements with hundreds of thousands of settlers, illegal settlers on these settlements, on top of Palestinian lands and homes. Palestinians still own the deeds to these lands. They still own the keys to the homes that were once there. This is what we're talking about. It's Palestinians trying to live their day-to-day lives against a nuclear power in the world. We cannot access water. We're not allowed to collect rainwater. We're not allowed to move from city to city. We're not allowed to eat. Like, our crops are sprayed with pesticides on the daily to prevent us from even harvesting our own food, accessing our own land. This is what we're up against. Please, please contact your representative. Call whoever you need to call. Protest. Do what you need to do, but we cannot stay silent. Do not stay silent in the face of the genocide of the people in Gaza.